Hi Kiwi, and welcome back to a new episode of Nine Soul. We're gonna jump right back into the action. I'm gonna take a hit, and you know what? I probably can just skip the combat with these guys that we encountered early on and move the plot or the gameplay a little bit forward. I don't know how experience works in this game necessarily, so I don't know if like it's worth grinding some enemies out just for the sake of maybe a skill point here or there. Actually, you know what? Over in the left where our heart meter is, I wonder if that's the difference. I don't know if that's experience or if that is like the difference between internal and external damage or whatever they were describing it as before. We'll have to see. It does. I think that yellow meter is going up as I kill things, so it seems likely. That's good to know. All right, where we left off, we have discovered this secret base at the bottom of a village that was enticing the villagers to sacrifice their people for the sake of a good harvest. I wonder if these are images of the people who were planning to be harvested. Ooh. Doesn't look like I can interact with it and find out, so how do I go down? There we go. This music here is eerie. Like, this game has weird horror vibes to it, and I appreciate it. Ape-man surveillance footage. Guide to raising ape-men. Ape-men are capable of abstract thinking even prior to undergoing transmutation. Individuals that reject group living often exhibit violent behavior. Caution is advised when dealing with them. The ape-men originate from the pale blue planet, which was first discovered in a deep space observation report from the Hoshin sphere, or Haoshin? Haoshin. I'm gonna call it Haoshin sphere. They are one of the extremely few highly intelligent life forms in the celestial sphere. Okay, so I guess we're going the route of aliens here, which is kind of bonkers to me. Did not expect that out of all things. Warning, warning, warning. Unusual activity detected in the... I missed it. Perimeter breach by living organism detected. Alright, well, they've got us. Oh, the other guy's here too, apparently. Basically, our two characters with the same... who were going to have the voice, the shared voice.
We are in trouble, my lord. Your destruction of the harvester earlier triggered a system-wide alert. To make matters worse, the Nine Souls could now be awakened even earlier.
Doesn't matter. My actions were bound to draw attention sooner or later. I have prepared for the worst.
Supposing that is true, why then did you intervene so early? That wasn't part of the plan. Was it for that ape-man child?
Don't question my judgment. Just do your job.
Of course. Please forgive my apprehension. It is just that all of our calculations have been thrown into disarray. Thank you so much for your help. In any case, please reach the predetermined safe zone as swiftly as possible. Exercise caution above all else.
Alright, well, it looks like we've got wanted posters now.
Warning, warning, ape-men have breached the enclosure. Illegal Solarian perimeter breach detected. Harvester damage. System shutdown and repair initiated.
We didn't get to use that voice much last episode. I had actually thought about using that voice for Vuri, but I'm favoring the Martin Bellany-esque Frieza if I can. Use internal damage will gradually heal over time. Okay, we can't read the tooltips because we load too fast. There are 10 of them though, so maybe I can check them out next time. Okay, here's our next save point. World map. All right. Oh, well, this is in classic. Oh, look at that. Okay, so we can zoom in. They have like a zoom in and zoom out sort of map function. I appreciate that because we can. Okay, yeah, we with roguelikes you can have giant maps. So okay, cool. I mean, or not roguelikes, and Metroidvanias, and well, if this wasn't wearing its Metroidvania blood on its skin, it sure is now. Alright, actually, did we definitely don't have a skill point, but I'm gonna check just in case. Nope, okay, cool. So we'll just keep skipping along and see what's next. And I need to remember that B is our grappling hook. Oh, hello. Eventually I will be able to parry these projectiles. I saw that that was an option in the skill tree last episode, so I'm looking forward to that. I really, really like parry-focused mechanics and combat. Alright, so we kill this guy up here first because you... Okay, so you know what? I was wrong. It's not that we can't parry the projectiles, it's that we can't reflect them yet. We will eventually get the ability to reflect them, but I can parry things pretty reliably. Okay. So I just have to be ready. I have to remember that Crimson attacks cannot be blocked. But So far, combat feels fluid and predictable, and I'm sure we're gonna get absolutely booty stomped by our first boss, as is the case. Oh, that's something I should actually establish early on. I have a plan for how I'm going to deal with the harder boss fights, because this is something I had to contend with when I played Celeste and Hollow Knight, and basically any game with a modicum of difficulty is like, what point do I say, okay, let me fast forward so we're not stuck watching me grind the same boss over and over again ad nauseum. And I came up with the solution of the rule of 3 is how I'm going to call it. Hold on, I'm going to die if I'm not careful. So my rule of 3 is effectively that I attempt the fight twice, blind and with commentary, and then I'll include any extra tidbits of funny things happening or me getting some amount of progression or realization going forward, but the third full clip will be me beating the boss or the challenge. That way we're not stuck watching me grind a single challenge for too long, and we can have some degree of reasonable progression where I can also focus my faculties on the combat challenge rather than providing meaningful commentary. Oh, okay, those things explode. Good to know. Good to know. We're already out of heals. That's not a great sign. I definitely can't reach that without jumping. There we go. Okay. But yeah, that'll be my plan going forward, and we'll see how it works, and if there's any feedback on things to improve, I'm open to it. But I guess, what can I talk about in the meantime? I mean, when I hear the name Yi, the first thing I think about is Master Yi from League of Legends, and I don't think I'm gonna really ramble about League of Legends for too long, but Kiwi, you have like no connection to League of Legends, so I can at least ramble about this for a little bit. Master Yi was one of the earliest champions put into the game, and he's one of those like super strong snowball-y type of champions where like, oops, well, I'm just dead. Or not. Okay, we just teleport out. That's fine. I think I probably just focus on avoiding those guys rather than trying to beat them down because they still explode. Anyway, so Master Yi has really goofy goggles. He's got like 7 moving eyes that are just on goggles for some reason. That just looks kind of ridiculous. But aesthetics aside, he's just kind of, his aesthetic is a sword master sort of thing. He, as the game goes on, he attacks really fast and moves really fast, and he's really difficult for characters with poor mobility to deal with. Basic component. Widely used in processors for guards and various machines, the amount of Jin used directly affects their performance. Yields a small amount of Jin when recycled at the 3D printer. So I assume Jin is our currency until proven otherwise. Oh good, another heal, let's take it. And so, I don't really need to describe Master Yi so much as just say, basically, once you get him going, he is a terror to deal with, because the other thing is, he has an ability that lets him attack, like, by bouncing between 4 different enemies, he can do some damage that scales with his, with the rest of the damage he's built so far. And that can be pretty devastating, because it gives him invulnerability frames. He also has a healing move, much like our Yi, who, that while he's healing, he kind of stands still and over time heals HP, and when he fully heals, or while he's healing, he gets significantly reduced damage, and so he's really annoying in that regard, because you can just stand and face taking enemies while actively healing, and unless they have heal reduction abilities, it's really, for some enemies, it's really brutal, especially if the Yi is super, like ahead of the game because of items that he's gotten and such. And I think Yi was one of my first ever pentakills, which are kind of a big deal in League of Legends. Basically, a pentakill is, as it implies, you get 5 kills within a single level, within a single short span of time. Basically, you wipe your entire opponent's team, getting the kill credit for every attack. I can do this. Oh, these are not grappling hook points, are they? Something tells me we'll come back to this. Unless I can interact with that, which I can't. Alright. Not sure how to play with this, but maybe this is going to be what gives it to us. Let's see. Oh, it's a healing station. Okay, good to know. What have we got here? Oh, okay, this might be our first boss. Alright, Kiwi, wish me luck. Fancy sword. I bet it's very slow, though, but I bet he has crimson attacks. Red Tiger Elite Balchang. Alright, yeah, so immediately... Oh, that's a crimson. Okay. At least it's very easily telegraphed. Like, I bet they're going to be bosses with really slow, or really, like, fast, rapid, kind of parry multiple combos in a row sort of vibes to them. I need to remember to use my talisman. I swear I tried to parry there. I don't feel like... Oh, hold on. Okay, well, we died. Okay. I accidentally jumped instead of dashed. Oopsie. Did we lose our money? It would appear that we lost our money here. At least as far as I can tell, because I don't see it next to us. This archer has got to go. There we go. All right, you thought yourself clever, but now you're dead. How does that feel? It almost feels as though we've lost some damage, but I don't think that's the case. I do wonder what's down there, but it doesn't look like we'll get to find out anytime soon. I'm gonna go and just speed along back to where we left, I think. Since we have this oh, you know what, I shouldn't have wasted my healing. Although I assume does this refund my heals? It does, okay. So it's a nice kind of intermediary between boss and proper checkpoint. Soul Collect. Yi's Jin and experience fall into the battlefield if he dies, giving him a chance to retrieve them after he is reborn. Okay, so it's not just, okay, good to know. It's not just our money that's lost, but our experience as well. Genuinely speaking, I don't think I should have gotten hit by that. Since I'm still learning the mechanics, I accidentally jumped instead of parried there. Okay. Now we heal. Interestingly enough, so I do see that we get red health that heals over time, but if I take a certain hit, I will eventually get, I will lose that red health over time. Hold on. Wait, let's go for the fancy finish. Boom! Oh, it wasn't enough. Hold on. And pop goes the devil. Or the tiger, I guess. That felt good. Let's see. Stasis Jade. Attaching a talisman will temporarily immobilize that enemy. Time immobilized will vary depending on the enemy. Alright, so are these kind of like our charms? Can I equip that now? We probably equip it at a save station if I had to guess. Well, cool, we beat our first boss and we only died once. I feel like that death was not supposed to happen though. Can I not go? Is this, oh, okay, what do we got here? Elevator or, oh. New Kunlun Central Hall, 8-man facility, and floor is locked. So I guess we're heading to New Kunlun Central Hall. Let's go. So, anyway, back on the topic of Master Yi. Basically, he was just a fun character. Like, if you could get him snowballing, there was no stopping him, especially if you snowballed early. And by snowballed, I mean you, like, get a bunch of kills and get a lot of items early that just make you massively outscale your opponent's team at that point in the game. Yi's biggest weakness was that he could be countered by crowd control, like stuns and stuff, and if he couldn't move, you could kill him because he was a glass cannon.
My lord, I sense that you have made it safely to the council district. My worries were indeed unwarranted.
Fusong seems to be flourishing more than ever.
Alright, we've got some CG going on here. I do wonder what these weird, like, tentacly, like, tendrily things with this tree are, because they look like the things that wrapped us up and brought us back to life, perhaps.
Quite spectacular, isn't it? The caregiver of all Solarians has never stopped growing since your departure.
What impact will this have?
Rest assured, all impacts rest within an acceptable range of possibilities. That being said, this only further demonstrates the perfection of the mechanism you designed. The roots are very accustomed to their current environment.
None of that.
I'm starting to lose my voice, so I guess I'll have to stop recording after this episode if there's going to be too much dialogue.
None of that matters anymore, so long as it doesn't get in the way. I need to reach the council code at the root pinnacle so that we can rebuild order and punish those criminals.
Okay. Yeah, maybe I should stop for a water break real quick. Remember to hydrate your voice, Kiwi. It will protect it in the long run, especially if you're talking for hours on end.
Forgive my impudence, but access to the council code requires the possession of all soul seals. You will need to snatch them from the other 9 souls, who certainly will not give them up without a fight.
If they've got a problem with that, then I'll just shut them up for good.
Yeah, kinda lost the voice. My apologies. Well, consistency is one of the things I'm trying to practice with this, you know? Casual voice acting, and practice will get me better.
As you are probably aware, my calculations predict that there will be a treacherous road to go down. But regardless, time is of the essence. Please make your way to our predetermined safe zone.
Also, for those who have been watching this channel for a while and just hear the British voice come out in all of these different voices, I have no justification for it. Like, I don't know why I default to British. I have no British blood in me whatsoever, as far as I know. Italian, if anything, and even then, like, I don't have even a remote Italian accent. I think the main reason for that is largely the fact that I just grew up watching British voice actors for all of the abridged series and animated series that I followed. Tiandao Council recruitment slogan. Council digital signage. Your first step into the internal. As the Tianhuo catastrophe spread, the formerly secretive organization known as the Tiandao Council emerged into the open. They recruited technical personnel for the Eternal Cauldron project with motivational slogans and invited the general public to ascend with New Kunlun, a new path to survival. This brought a glimmer of hope to Penglai, which had already plunged into doomsday panic. Alright, so it sounds like, I think we're having the situation of the moral gray zone where the Nine Souls likely saw that some catastrophe was happening, and this was their solution, whatever the Eternal Cauldron project was. Perhaps, we'll see. I'm sure we'll get more lore, and slowly gain understanding about these furry gods, I guess. New Kunlun Launch Memorial. Inscriptions in front of the statue. The Tiandao Legacy, the New Kunlun Launch Memorial, constructed Year 1 Foundation era. The Tiandao Council undertook the legacy of the legendary Feng Shi Leer, and initiated the Eternal Cauldron project upon Kunlun Island, the place where he began his journey. New Kunlun would bid farewell to Penglai and lead Solarians toward a new era. I wonder if these people come from a sun, given their name as New Solarians, or just Solarians as a whole. Alright, let's see what this door does first. And then we can travel further to the right, I suppose. He gains a bit more airtime when striking airborne enemies with a triple slash. Okay. So this is dark. Like if we see... Oh, hello there. Hello? Hello? Okay, I guess nothing to do with you then. I'm sure that will come back to be a friend or a foe at some point. I get the feeling we're not supposed to be here yet since it's all dark, but I don't know. Like, this is unfortunately the nature of Metroidvanias in terms of branching paths, I suppose. Alright, this feels like something's gonna happen. Oh, this is the person we're talking. I think this is Ruri, or Yuri, I think. I've already forgotten the character's name. Oh no, Kiwi. Like, you will find out very quickly that I am terrible at names. Just as terrible as I am at remembering voices, but here we go. Activation failed. Mystic Nymph decryption required. Well, I can't go back this way, so I guess we're committed to this path then. One day we'll get to go back there. There may be even a fast travel system that lets me go back and sooner than I think, but no matter. This seems like something. What have we got here? Oh, our Mystic Nymph is getting healed, I suppose. I wonder what the significance of that is. Let's see, Mystic Nymph Scout Mode. Obtain a fully charged Mystic Nymph. Press left trigger to activate Scout Mode. The Azure Flyer Mystic Nymph can perform reconnaissance and hack into remote terminals to unlock new paths. It is the ideal choice for exploring unknown environments. It was once limited to its projection function due to lack of power, but it has now returned to full functionality. Okay. So hold left trigger to summon Mystic Nymph. Okay. So I guess we can fly this up and maybe get it to activate the terminal. And we can make it move faster by holding right trigger. So I'm going to assume you're probably what we're aiming for. About to be disconnected. Can we make it? Nope. Okay. Hold. Maybe if I get a little closer here. I'm not actually sure what I'm aiming this Mystic Nymph at, but let's see. My assumption is it's whatever this red thing over here is, but perhaps I'm mistaken. Nope. Okay. Maybe this door? Like, I don't actually know what I'm supposed to do with this. Unless there's something I'm supposed to see over here. Wait, what about this? This looks like something. Aha! Okay. Alright, lesson learned. Gotta be on the lookout for these glowy green things now. Fair enough. Are you sure I can... Okay. Mystic Nymph decryption required. Oh, I bet I have to fly. Okay, I see. So these little red diamonds indicate where we have to go with the nymph. Okay. Lesson learned. I should be better at this now. I still will probably miss those left and right, but at least I have the option of trying to use them. And yeah, I was right. You are our friend. Who are you? Or what was your name again? I've forgotten. Ruyi. Ruyi. Okay. I wonder if you are related to Yi in any way.
Welcome back, Lord Yi. I have been waiting here for a long time.
Did you lock the Mystic Nymph's secret chamber?
Ah, yes, that was the only thing I could do at the time. The members of the council were deeply suspicious of you. All your belongings were destroyed after the incident. I was also supposed to be wiped out, but fortunately, I was still deemed useful. My systems were throttled down, but that was all that happened to me.
I didn't think they'd also go after you.
This servant has suffered only a fraction of what his master must have had to endure. What's important is that you're alive.
No, what's important is what I'm about to do. Time is not on our side. We need to act fast.
As you wish, but first I need to make the safe zone a bit safer. Activating anti-detection firewall.
Activating anti-detection firewall. Establishing pathing interference in 3, 2, 1.
Okay. I'm like, what's happening? Okay. Ooh, we get the fancy honeycomb protection. I love that. I think. I don't know. You know, this game is very cosmetically distinct and very pretty to look at when things aren't horribly gruesome.
Done. The alarm system of the Four Seasons Pavilion has been turned off and its coordinates have been obfuscated. As long as the interference signal persists, your pursuers will not be able to find this place. From now on, you can use the pavilion's facilities as you please. If you are tired, you can rest here safely and enjoy the virtual scenery. Proper rest is also an essential part of the plan, after all.
No need. I don't have that kind of time to spare.
Understood. Next, we need to deal with the Jade system in your body. It seems to be in a critical state. The repair process will involve severe pain. Please bear with it.
Thanks, Ruyi. I'm sure we're gonna enjoy this. Ooh, okay, yeah, that looks like it should be uncomfortable. Nothing like electrical laser beams pointed directly at your back, causing you to light up like a Christmas tree.
Repair completed. You remained very calm as always during the repair. You may now modify your Jade system at any root node.
Anything else to report?
Okay.
As I mentioned earlier, in order to gain control of New Kunlun, you must possess the seals that belong to each of the 9 souls. The souls are currently spread out, each responsible for monitoring and maintaining operations in their respective zones of New Kunlun.
Can you pinpoint their locations?
Please forgive my incompetence. I am afraid I do not have the permission to access that data. The only thing we can be certain of is
Maybe I should wait for these lines to be a little more visible.
The only thing that we can be certain of is that due to your presence, the 9 souls will awaken one after the other. You must therefore reduce any risk by invading each of their zones in the shortest time possible.
I know.
There is little I can do for you once you leave this facility, but I will do everything I can to assist you remotely. Be careful, and may fortune be in your favor.
Jade System. The Jade System has been repaired and can be configured at any root node. This system was developed by the Ancient Fangshi Guild to assist in combat. Inserting different Jades unlocks extraordinary abilities for the user. It should be noted that an extensive Jade system requires a great deal of computing power. So are we actually just kind of like androids? Are we actually like a robot? I think when we died, we turned into like this greenish goo. Oh, this is really pretty. Okay. I don't think we had anything else to see to the right because it was kind of closed off. Can I just... I was hopeful I could just sit here and observe, but nope. All right. Well, I very much like our happy base. Oh, Chuan. Oh, hey there.
Hi, Yi, I found you. Yi, ew, I finally caught up with you.
Chuan? Wait, Chuan?
There's no way I would miss out on a hero's quest.
Stop fooling around. How did you get here?
Anong brought me here. He found a hole underneath the altar and wanted to check it out. I asked him to bring me along.
Anong, you mean that paranoid Shenong?
Yeah. On our way, we ran into a bunch of monsters in heavy armor. They were all swinging their swords around, and it was terrifying. There was this huge, glowing golden beetle, too. Anong accidentally touched it, and he immediately jumped in pain. I also saw those terrible machines.
You shouldn't be here.
Like you can talk, you ran away without explaining anything. What did you do at the ceremony? Where are we? Is this your old home?
Where's Shenong? You need to go straight back to the village with him.
No, I don't want to go back. You were the one who said I can make my own destiny. All I want is to stay with you. I'll do anything. I'll even do all the cooking and cleaning. Please let me stay.
You can stay here for now as long as you promise not to step outside. We'll discuss this again after I'm done with my business.
Are you trying to trick me again? You better not run away on your own.
Don't worry. Don't worry. You just stay put. I've got nowhere else to return to anyway.
All right. Okay. Well, be careful out there. I'll stay here and wait for you.
He's a good kid. Probably a bad sense of self-preservation, though. I can give you something? What? You have no suitable items to give at the moment. So is there like a gift-giving system in this?
I've never seen such smooth stones in my life. How are they made? And these lights, they glow without fire. It's incredible.
It's going to take some time for you to understand our Solarian world.
Solarian? Is that what you call yourselves? So there's a world outside the village. You never told me about any of this. That's so sneaky of you, Yi. I'm here now, so you may as well tell me everything, right?
You'll just get more confused the more you know.
No, I won't. You know I'm not that dumb.
I'll teach you nice and slowly when we get the chance.
Yay, pinky promise?
Pinky promise? Pinky promise?
It means you can't lie.
I will say I'm getting a little more consistent at swapping between voices rapid style. There are some voices that have just like, for some reason in the past, have just not meshed well together whatsoever. Namely, like when I do the Tristan voice, they're like, "Hi, my name's Tristan Timothy Taylor," and I swap into the like the deep Zarbon voice, like, "Hello, Lord Frieza," or "Hello." Like, oh my goodness, my throat's a little wrecked. I don't think I can actually do it right now. Like, oh, there it is. I found the voice. Like, I cannot easily swap between this voice and this. Yeah, there you go. I can't seem to swap those voices easily. Not sure what is happening here, but we are getting eaten by our tree. Or are we getting yeeten? All right, I'll hold back on the jokes where possible. What is this? I do not know what I found, but I'm curious. All right, furry fox boy, what have you got? Once again, it does not look like there's any obvious backtracking. So is this just where we're, did I fall off an edge? Okay, I did fall off an edge. Thankfully, I grabbed onto the edge. We'll get some context for this soon enough. Actually, no, I still haven't found, I need to find a root node so I can equip the running ability. Hello, fox god character that we saw in the statue not too long ago. What are you? Lear, okay. What voice do I give you, Lear? Yeah, screw it.
Ah, it's you. We meet again, fellow disciple.
This is definitely not the voice an elder should have, but oh well.
I don't know you. You look familiar, though. Lear, impossible.
Our fates have been joined long before either of us have realized.
Where am I?
A limitless realm.
Oh my goodness. Okay, maybe it's just the Tristan voice. I cannot swap easily to that. Anyway,
where the forces of... Wait.
Wrong voice.
Where the forces of heaven and earth intersect with space-time and consciousness.
I don't understand a single thing you're saying.
One asks while another answers, but neither can really know. Isn't it marvelous?
Okay, giving a... I love the characters that end up getting the Tristan voice because it's always the wrong voice for them. Like, I never give it to the goofball character. I give it to the serious, like, wise elder or the time-worn soldier. It's just, it always amuses me.
Isn't it marvelous?
Did you create this space?
Yours truly does not possess that ability. I have studied Fusang for eons, yet when faced with its multitude of obscure arts, my knowledge is still left wanting.
Do you also not know how to leave?
That's hardly difficult.
I was using Xuanchuan's voice back there, wasn't I?
That's hardly difficult. Realize what is natural and simply act on your thoughts. However, I do ask for a moment of your time. You lent me a hand many years ago, so I must not bring an end to our cycle of Tao.
I said that I don't know you.
This horn allows its user to resonate with Fusang, enabling travel between central and outer nodes.
Fast travel, maybe?
This thing will take me back to the Four Seasons Pavilion. I never thought the nodes had that sort of function. If it actually works, this will save me a lot of time.
This horn is of no use to ordinary people. You, however, are different. Please accept it.
All right. Wusong Horn allows the holder to move between the Four Seasons Pavilion and any registered root node. When Yi was brought to the Limitless Realm, a mysterious sage presented this as a gift to him. When blown, it resonates with the primordial roots Fusang.
All paths eventually converge. We shall meet again.
Okay, bye Tristan God. Or goodbye God Tristan. Oh boy, Kiwi. Well, plot developments, friends made along the way, and potentially the ability to run faster at some point or another, I suppose. Can I go back? I'm curious enough to go back one more time. Oh, okay, now it's just a root node. Good to know. All right, Jades. Okay, so Jades are our charm system. Got it. Attaching a talisman will temporarily immobilize enemies. We'll go ahead and take that. Looks like we've got a whole lot of charms to potentially find. The equivalent to charms from Hollow Knight specifically. But most importantly, I now have the Swift Runner ability. What's the follow-up? Let's see. Swift Rise. When knocked down, press right trigger to quickly dash and get Yi back on his feet. Speeds up recovery and allows you to swiftly engage with an enemy's follow-up attack. I like that a lot. Ooh, that'll save us from some nasty situations. But yeah, okay, now we can move a little bit faster, which I certainly appreciate. Looks like we have a lot of different paths to take, and there's no correct path. Shanghai 9000 repair. Repair Shanghai 9000 for 100 Jin. You currently have 823. Sure, I'll repair him.
Robot assistant, get me data on this region.
Solarian. Loading.
Is it broken? It's been drawn on too. That's suspicious. Is this thing? No. Are you supposed to be here? Identify yourself or I will disassemble you.
Easy. Shanghai 9000. Not suspicious. Shanghai 9000 won't hurt you. Help. Service. Help. Guide. Solarian. Shanghai 9000. Cooperate. Give me map data. Give you benefit.
Benefits like what?
Shanghai 9000. Collect each zone map data chip. Shanghai 9000. Analyze. Map. Show you. Help. Hack. Read. Resources. Information. You win. I win. We win.
You can analyze map data chips from each zone and locate any resources. Is that correct?
Correct. Shanghai 9000. One for each zone. 1. Shanghai 9000. 1. Map. Data chip. Thank you. Cooperation.
You're certainly quick to thank me. You're acting way too weirdly. I've never seen a robot assistant proactively make a request of someone. But if you can really provide data on those resources, I'll consider working with you.
Thank you. Thank you. Good deeds. Good rewards.
All right then. Kiwi, I think we're going to end the episode here. So I hope you've enjoyed watching, and if you're awake, I hope this is helping you fall asleep. If you're sleeping, I hope you're sleeping well. In the next one, we'll talk to Xuan, and we'll head to our first new zone, I think. With all that said, though, I hope you've enjoyed watching, and I already said that, so I love you, and I will I love you, and I will see you in the next one for some more Nine Souls.